All right, 1 minute. All right, here we go. A few seconds here. And good morning and welcome to Middleboro in Review. I am Joey Driscoll. I am joined by Don. Good morning, Don. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Joey. How are you?
I know you're a little tired today. I know you had to go and fill a couple of oil trucks last night.
Got to beat the price.
Yeah. So Don's a little tired today, but he's got his coffee. So
I want to say my prayers go out to all the people in the Middle East right now with what's going on.
Yes, absolutely.
Got a little the attack last night or yesterday was unprecedented. The little girl who was injured, we hope she makes a speedy recovery, and I hope cooler heads prevail.
Absolutely, and we want to say good morning to our guest this morning, Middleboro Select Board member Thomas White. Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning, Joe and Don.
Hi. Good morning, Thomas. How you doing?
Pretty good.
So our first question to Thomas today is, it's been 1 year since you...
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, since you took office as a select board member. In that first year, well, first question here is, what made you want to run for select board?
Well, I observed some things I didn't think were correct. I was in favor of one of the gentlemen on the board, and he was up for re-election. So I said, well, people talk about change. Let's bring some change. So I was fortunate and able to do it.
So in this first year, what are some of the things that you wanted to get done and you had gotten done in the first year as select board member?
Well, first and foremost, I think was bringing respect to the office. There was a lot of bickering and some might say foolishness going on between some of the members, and I was hoping to make it better, and I think I have. I think we've got a very good board now, especially with the addition of Teresa Bally and Bill Pike. They will do a great job. We're all not going to agree all the time, but we shouldn't agree all the time. But the point is to work things out for the betterment of all. And so the biggest thing, I want to help people. I've always, I was a union steward for years at Ocean Spray. We had 350 employees, and it'd be quite a daunting task. But that one day, when you help someone save a job, or you help them help their family, that's what it's all about. And I've been able to do that as a selectman, and it's often behind the scenes. We don't shout out people's issues or problems. And when you help that one person, it makes it all worthwhile.
Good morning, Thomas. Got a quick question. We just had a recent election in Middleboro for Board of Selectmen and school committee and other agencies. Seemed like it was a very low turnout because, you know, how would you address, you know, future elections? How would the select board could get the word out as far as more people voting? Is that just something that we kind of have to accept because of a Saturday? And do you think voting on Saturdays is a good idea, or do you think Tuesdays is a good idea? Most people, you know, when they think voting, they think Tuesday, they don't think Saturday. But then you can, one can argue, say Saturday's better because more people have off, but a lot of people, you know, then a lot of people plan a lot of things for Saturday. So what's your opinion on that?
Well, that's a great question. I wish I had the answer. We shout it from the rooftops, and then, you know, we repeat it in every meeting. You know, I really, so Saturday to Tuesday, I mean, the polls are open 12 hours unless you and you can, you can't mail in your vote, but you can vote absentee ballot, even if you're away on a vacation. I wish I knew the answer. And you go on Facebook, right, and you'll see page with, you know, 300 comments on how people are displeasure, they're upset about this or upset about that. They don't come out to vote. And then I was reading a thing on Facebook this morning where so the turnout was 5%. It's horrible. And there was a woman actually stated she had no idea it was an election. I don't know. I don't know how to reach these people. I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a crazy idea. This is what I'd suggest anyway. And you know, it's just if you have, you know, in Christmas time you have banners up on all the, you know, downtown. You have banners for Christmas, and they put whatever. You know what I mean, elves or snowmen, whatever.
I get what you're saying. It's a great idea. It might help.
Yeah, I think so, because it seems like such a small percentage of the population is making decisions for the whole town. But that's on the people that didn't vote. I mean, we went out and voted, and I have to say, anyway, I have to give a shout out to all the volunteers out there who work. They volunteer their time, and that's huge that these people go out and do that because it's their days off too. And a lot of the people are retired, so.
Exactly.
So you have to thank them. So in my way, I feel you should go vote just for those people.
Well,
yeah, I think
voting was a primary source of keeping a democratic system.
Right.
It blows me away that people don't vote. It's the most precious thing we have. It just blows me away.
I just think outside the box.
What's going on in the world today? People, there's Americans coming out in the National Front, and, you know, supporting Russia and Putin. It just blows me away. I don't know where these people are.
Right. I mean, if, you know, thinking outside the box, maybe something little, you know, something maybe if Middleboro could, you know, rustle up the resources to do something like that, I think would be like a first, you know, to do it. You know what I mean? I'm saying even like I said, banner, like a Christmas banner kind of thing around Election Day in everyone's face.
It wouldn't be a big investment, so I will bring that forward. I think it's a great idea.
It's like a Christmas thing. I mean, it's just, I'm not sure you'd really be able to put them or whatever, but I mean, if it's in your face all the time, you're not gonna forget. And the whole Saturday thing.
I don't really think it's a matter of people forgetting. The word won't come to me right now, but people just they don't feel it's that important, and they'll you know. I mean, I don't know.
Another thing that's coming up now that we're done with the elections for this year is going to be town meeting that's coming up on, I believe it's the 22nd, so that would be next Monday. What are some of the important things that are going to be on this town meeting that people should be looking at more closely?
Well, it's all about the budget. I don't think there's anything earth-shattering at town meeting. There's a couple of citizens petitions. One of which is the what we call the old drive-in property. And there's a group in the neighborhood. They have a moniker, I can't think of that, but they'd like to see the property change from business to residential zoning, so to keep these people that want to build huge warehouses on the property, etc., from being able to do so. But it's my belief, and I think the belief of most of the board, that and I don't want to speak for the other board members, but they might be creating a Pandora's box if they're successful in getting a vote at town meeting to do that from the people. A big developer goes in there. I mean, they're under the impression that only X amount of homes can be built. That is true, but if a big developer buys that property, he's going to go in there and find ways to build as much as he can, whether it's in a high rise or maybe a 4-story apartment building. So instead of having 85 single homes, I mean, you could have a lot more families living there. And I think it would defeat the purpose of having a lovely neighborhood, so to speak. That's an sure would be interesting to see how that goes.
Would you support something like that? More houses or less houses? Or I mean, what about the character of Middleboro?
I mean, and what we'd all love is to see if conservation property and never be built on at all. There's so much wildlife there, and the rivers, there's brown trout, and there's a lot of species, protected species there. So that would be the ultimate goal, but the town can't afford to buy it. I mean, I don't see any millionaires and billionaires out there willing to buy it and donate it. So, like I said, it's the Pandora's box. I don't want to see industry there. I don't want to see warehouses, but I just don't believe it's the answer. And these people are friends of mine. I mean, there's a number of people that live there that are near and dear. So not only am I their select person, I'm their friend, so I've got a personal stake in it. I also want the best for everybody concerned. I just, I don't know if this is the answer. So what's been successful is when somebody's come in there and wants to build huge warehouses or whatever, resistance has been strong, and these people decided not to do their project and they walked away. And that so far has worked, and so that might be best to stay with, what's winning. I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
It's hard to say. I mean, what the right thing is, because a lot of people. I mean, I came to Middleboro in 2004 for the charm of the town. I'm from Quincy. I'm from the city. So I mean, this is.
Originally a Rosendale boy myself.
Yeah, well, for city boys, you know what I mean. So,
my father might have delivered your milk. He delivered White Brothers and Whiting's milk.
My father worked for Brookline Ice and Coal and Ice for years. So, I mean, white fuel and whatnot. So, one more question, and it's like a traffic mitigation question too, and just your opinion too. And I'm sure, Mass DOT, in my opinion, I think they do a good job. But I know the select board butted up against with Mass DOT and the MBTA over the years, and I'm not sure how that's working out. We got South Coast Rail opening up, I believe, in August. And we have that new parking lot entrance there. We have the set of lights where I-495 come in with 105. Do you think that's going to be problematic as far as that light? And number two, I'm not going to name any places, but it's a certain coffee shop up the street that has lines going out to Route 28 right now because of, I guess, the drive-through or just whatever. Do you think there's going to be gridlock over there, in your opinion? What do you think, looking at that?
I certainly think so. I think it's going to be, as they say, a S show. But as you know, we fought it. We lost. Nothing we could do about it. They said we're coming and
Right.
move over, and there's nothing we can do.
Right.
So it's just going to be a wait and see. I guess it'd be nice if there was, I think, I'm not sure, John Quincy Adams Station, there's a direct, you can get on and off the highway and get to the parking garage or the T-stop.
Yep.
And that would be nice if the state would do something like that, build some separate ramps, right? People
yeah.
are leaving the train station, or whether that'll ever happen.
Well,
maybe, I mean, I see a pedestrian bridge at some point across the highway.
yeah, I think they're going to build one. Yeah, I heard that, which is good for Route 28. But I can't believe they didn't put another entrance in the front. There was only one entrance in and out as far as that. It comes out to like a bottleneck, and that's a busy area too.
It's busy now. It's just crazy what it's going to be. There'll be probably more shops. There'll be another coffee shop because that one can't handle it. Or
that one cannot handle it.
Where you see fast food restaurants, you see one, you see more because it's philosophy. If somebody wants to go to Mickey D's, they might drive to Mickey D's, but there's a Wendy's there. They decide, I like Wendy's better than Wendy's. So that's why you see these places all go around each other. And so the area is probably eventually going to be built up more. Then there's the old car place, Chase Chevrolet, right?
Yes,
what happened to that is, I picture, unfortunately, a huge apartment building there someday. There's probably going to be shops there. So, as much as I would like to see more business in town, a funny story. I finished my high school education in Wareham, and in the 70s in Wareham, you're lucky if you could buy a pair of jeans. There was just no place to shop, and maybe an Ames or I forget what store was there, but it wasn't a huge selection. But anyway, here we are now, and I live in Middleboro, and I have to go to Wareham to shop and get everything you need. So it's a little ironic. But I would love to see some places in Middleboro.
All right, it is 7:25.
Again, it all brings more traffic and more congestion, so the roads have to be improved.
Yeah. It is 7:25 a.m. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll have some more with Thomas White. Open phone lines, 508-822-1106 if you want to call in. We have a couple more questions we want to ask Thomas White. And then, again, open phone lines, 508-822-1106. We will be right back here on Middleboro in Review on WVBF 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. All right, let's see. All right.
Chachi's having another time at Lorenzo's in June, Thomas.
Yeah, he's got 4 of them, actually.
You don't know the date in June. You don't know the date in June, do you? By any chance?
I don't. I do not.
All right.
I wish he was listening.
He called in last week.
Right now, I know I'd love to give him a board when I get back on his. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, he called Joey last week.
He called me last week.
Because Joey had his 5th anniversary show, and he called and wished him, a happy anniversary show. Yeah, that was nice of him.
So, he invited me to go see Lane last night, and then I couldn't make it. It's a Beatles tribute band, so that's supposedly the best out there.
Oh, really?
And then today he's having his at the city winery in Boston.
Yeah.
Which is a great take-in.
Yeah, I've been there once.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there once.
It's
It was
great.
good. Yeah. It starts too early though. It's I don't know, 12 o'clock, but I mean,
Too early.
yeah, you know, like breakfast.
Yeah, it's a brunch, I guess we'd almost say.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it because, you're on the road Sunday morning. If you drive in, it's an easy commute. And
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right about that.
by
Yeah.
the time it's over, you still get the day ahead of you.
Yeah, that's true.
And the food's great. So,
We took the tea in and it took forever.
Yeah, we did put the tea in. I had the bright idea of going to Newton and taking the Marine line in, and boy, that took forever. Could have walked faster and joke. We should have just drove in.
I'm going to go to Dorchester Wednesday and Thursday for my electrical code updates, 2 days at the Indian Hall.
103 there? Off the highway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be easy going in the morning, but going home will be. I don't miss actually. I used to do it every day, 6 days a week.
It hasn't been bad. I drive in from Middleboro to Quincy. I work in Quincy, right at Copeland Street, and it hasn't really been bad. Other days are worse than others, but I usually get right in there, and I leave about 6:30. I get into work about 7:30. Hasn't been bad. Route 3 though, don't go 24. Stay off 24. 24 is a nightmare. Yeah, Route 3 is much better. Much better. Oh, my. I've been taking Route 3 for years. I stay off 24. 24 is a nightmare. Because what they did is I'm not sure how long ago they did it. I think they did it like 10 or 15 years ago. That merged into 128 North or whatever towards Canton. They merged out from 2 lanes to 1 lane. So they bottlenecked it. That was dumb. There used to be 2 lanes.
They're working on they're expanding the road there.
Yeah, they're doing the bridge. Actually, that's what they're doing. They're replacing that Canton Street bridge. Yeah, I had a buddy of mine working on that project.
I was hoping they were adding another lane.
No, that's just a crossover lane for like the weekend. Because they already popped 1 bridge in already. They got a newer one on the southbound side, and I'm just going to do the same over on the crossover. They do it on the weekend. They just like plop it right in.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's amazing they could do that. The Fast 14, remember that in Medford back in 2014 or 2012 when they did those 14 bridges? I mean, if they could do that, they could do it anywhere. They could do it anytime.
It's not raining today. It's plus.
Yeah, sinking. I deliver heating oil, so believe me, I've been sinking in the mud the whole like 2 weeks term.
Mark Tremaine is an oil man, chairman of the board.
Oh yeah, nice. I've been doing it for 30 years. October would be 30 years for me. Time flies.
Long time on the road.
Yeah. We've been skating though. Those last 3 years haven't been bad, snow-wise. We're gonna pay. You watch.
It's gonna be it's one of these winters.
We're gonna pay. We're gonna pay hard.
But it wasn't this year, so that's good. All right, just gonna. Yeah. We're going to be coming back from a commercial break in just a moment. I'm just going to do a couple of housekeeping things, and then we'll get back to your interview. It should take me like 5 minutes. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And we're back as I turn down the bumper music. There we go, and
Bumper.
the bumper music. We're gonna be getting back to our interview with Thomas White, select board member, in just a moment. I just have a couple of things I want to make sure I mention because tomorrow is Patriots Day, Monday, April 15th in Massachusetts. Regional holiday that has little significance outside of the state, unless you live in Maine, where it is also recognized. It is not a federal holiday, so you will still get mail, but many things will be closed or have different hours in Massachusetts on Monday. It's also the first day in April vacation as well, so that's pretty big for most public school districts in the state. Patriots Day marks the battles of Lexington and Concord and the start of the Revolutionary War. There's also Marathon Monday, so the Boston Marathon will be on Monday, and that is between Hopkinton and Boston. 26.2 miles. I've watched the marathon on TV several times, so it's a fun event. The list of what is open and closed in the Bay State on Patriots Day is as follows. Supermarkets will be open. Liquor stores, convenience stores will be open. Retail stores, most will be open. You got to check ahead to make sure if there's a retail store you're going to make sure that it's open. Bars and restaurants will be open. Town offices and state offices will be closed. Federal offices are open. Mail will be delivered. Public libraries mostly will be closed. Just check ahead with your individual library to see if it's open or not. Public schools will be closed. Monday marks the beginning of school vacation week. Post offices will be open. For the MBTA, everything, subways, commuter rail, ferries, is on a weekday schedule, so the Monday holiday does not affect the MBTA, except buses, which run on a modified Saturday schedule. On Marathon Monday, various bus routes on both the north and south sides of Boston will be detoured due to congestion. Bikes are not allowed on any MBTA vehicles on Patriots Day. The Framingham-Worcester line are going to have additional trains. Our blood drives, we have one blood drive here for the month of April, which is coming up this Tuesday. The Church of Our Savior, 60 Union Street in Middleboro, 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Again, that is this Tuesday, April 16th. And our weather, real quick, 45 degrees in Taunton, sunny skies, a high of 61 today with rain possible late in the day. I think it's towards the evening where we're going to get the rain. I think it's going to be nice most of the day today, so that's good. 72 degrees tomorrow with a low of 42. So tomorrow is probably the pick of the week, which is a great thing because, again, the marathon is tomorrow, and it'll be a great day to, even outside of Boston, to walk around, and be a great day tomorrow. 72 tomorrow. No rain in the forecast. No rain in the forecast all week, which is a welcome difference. It's a welcome difference from what the last couple of weeks were, where we had mostly cloudy skies all week. But we're not going to have that this upcoming week, which is great. Middleboro, 45 degrees, a high of 62 today. Rain later on in the day. And weather is pretty much the same in Middleboro. Driscoll, North Dakota, it is going to be 37 degrees. Sunny, well, right now it's 37 degrees. Sunny skies, a high of 68 today. Cloudy tomorrow, a high of 62. And in Driscoll, Texas, 71 degrees. 88 today, 87 tomorrow with cloudy skies. A couple of 90-degree days, which is kind of normal for Texas, apparently, during April, as I am starting to find out here. This is, 5 years of reporting Driscoll, Texas weather, and it doesn't change too much.
Your last name's Driscoll, but I mean, that's your stick, right?
Yeah.
That's your
Yes.
stick.
Yes.
Hey, one other thing too that I think we're not going to see anymore, and how on the highway signs it usually says don't tailgate your bumper, and stuff like that, and they'd have fun with it. Maybe the Fourth be with you. Remember that on the sign? I heard they're axing all that. Anything to do with, I guess the DOT says anything to do with any fun kind of thing like that. They say it's distracting. And they get rid of it.
We have our guest here. Let's get Thomas White's thoughts on that. Thomas, what is your thoughts on that? Okay.
Take away the fun. It's like there isn't any distraction now with cell phones, etc. So let's take away the fun on the signs. It gives you a little joy when you're stuck in bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah.
I think that's ridiculous.
I didn't understand that. They say bumper, like how we talk about bumper. You know what I mean? They make it fun. Don't tailgate the bumper. You know what I mean? It's just like someone might look at that and chuckle. All right, I'll back off. I won't be such a clown today. I'll try to drive good because of that. You know, I don't know who makes these these rules.
It's like your reference to the banners from the election. It makes people think. So, you might be tailgating somebody and have some mind that they not realize it.
Yeah, you might, who knows? You might say, hey, that might be a good idea. And someone might say, no, you can't do it because this, that, and the other thing. But if you can put Christmas banners up, you can put the election banners up. That's my opinion. I mean, what happens? The Christmas banners all going to disappear now because it's distraction? I mean, the common sense thing is definitely out the window, and personal responsibility is totally gone. So, I mean, you get to the point where we got to bubble wrap everything, and it's not much fun. That's just my opinion, I guess.
Thomas, Tom. Yeah, you told me to call you Tom. Tom, what are some big events coming up in Middleboro that you want people to know about?
Well, we got the Heron
for
Run.
people to attend. And I know we have the Heron Run today. But after today, what are some events coming up? Maybe in late April or in May that you want people to know about?
Laura Brunel has her, she's referring to this springtime sipping school. I'm not sure of the date, unfortunately. If I can find it while we're talking. That's a great take-in. The new brewery, Apple Lane Brewery, will be opening their doors to the weather, so to speak. They're open for business Thursday through Sunday, but with the warmer weather, you will be having music on the weekends and outdoor dining and drinking, so that will be nice. One thing I'm trying to work with the town manager on, and the new select board, hasn't been much talk about it lately, but Wareham does a Christmas tree thing, memory trees, I think they call them, and I'd like to see us start that here in Middleboro. Are you familiar with that?
I am not familiar with that. Don, are you familiar with that?
No.
So, what happened is they started it in Wareham a few years ago, and again, they call it the memory tree. So it's first come, first served, and right there in there by the Narrows, as you're crossing the water in Wareham, is I think it's called Bessie Park. So the town went and put receptacles for, I don't know how many trees, 30 to 50 trees. And they've got little stands, the trees go in. And all the lights are white. The town supplies the lights up the tree. So you put your name in, and you pay to get a memory tree. And if you're one of the fortunate ones, you get a tree that year. You go down and decorate it any way you like. If you want to put pictures of a loved one on it, or maybe a pet, or whatever it is that's personal to you, and they're beautiful. And it's very popular program. And that money collected goes to help the town, I believe. So I'd like to see that get started here in Middleboro on the town hall lawn. But there's a lot of discussion to take place, really, but I think it's a great thing.
Yeah,
So that might be something coming up.
that town lawn, that
And
town hall, property is one of the most beautiful town halls
It is.
in the state.
It is.
That I know of. Okay, it's just unbelievable what people have been able to accomplish over there. That's all I want to say on that.
well, you think about the year it was built was 18 something, I believe. Just amazing craftsmanship and what it must have cost in those dollars in those days. And that's another thing about us Americans. We do amazing things when there's a need or a desire. It just blows me away.
I want to ask you a quick question. Well, not a question. I just want to just make an acknowledgement here, which is personal for Joey and I.
Yes.
It's my father-in-law. It's Joey's grandfather. We got the Hometown Hero banners going up. I believe first weekend in May, and my father-in-law is going to be up there somewhere. He has a beautiful picture when he was in the Air Force in 1960. Beautiful picture, and I can't stress how happy I'm with the veterans agent. He went out of his way. Everyone in that veteran aid went out of their way. They answered all my questions, and I'm really excited that the banner's going to be going up, and that's going to make my father-in-law really happy. And I love the idea of the Hometown Heroes because
Last year was the first year.
this is his
Program, and I agree with you. Steve Alderman is doing a great job.
yeah.
I mean, he had some big shoes to fill. Placing Paul Provincial, he's done an amazing job.
Yeah. No, I'm excited that we're going to be seeing that. And I love the idea of the Hometown Heroes. And I'm not sure what Massachusetts town it started. I thought I saw it in Bridgewater first. I think Bridgewater had it maybe the longest. But then all the towns, follow suit. So as getting back to the tree thing there, you're talking the tree thing in Wareham. I think that sounds awesome. So yeah, I think maybe if that gets some, you'll see a lot of towns doing that. And I never knew anything about that. I'm glad Joey asked because I'm gonna go. My brother lives in Wareham. I'm going to Wareham today. I'm gonna go check that out.
Yeah, well, if you go by Bessie Park, you'll see the pull in there and take a look when you're going by. You'll see they leave the stands there all year for the when the trees come and the receptacles. You see how it's laid out. So my vision is to do it around the perimeter of the town hall lawn. That way we won't disturb any events that might happen, during the warmer months.
Right. I mean,
Let's see if we can pull it off.
that like back to the city hall, like you said, the architecture, the way that it was built, the park, the veterans park that's there. It's funny too because if you ever go see a show there on the lawn, the band always plays like right in front of that the front door there, and for some reason the acoustics, if they center themselves right in front of that front door, the acoustics go through that little entrance, and it sounds great. I mean, I've been to other towns, and they've had outside, but something about being in front of that doorway, that older doorway, that higher doorway with the acoustics makes the music sound good. I'm not sure if you've noticed that before seeing the show. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always thought the music was good, but I guess I never put it in perspective. But yeah, it's causing a nice little acoustic chamber there.
Oh yeah.
Town hall is a beautiful town hall. The inside is awesome. I went to my junior prom. My junior prom was inside of the town hall at the ballroom. Beautiful place to have a junior prom. I definitely echo all the compliments.
Yeah. And then they opened it up for Coach Nelson.
Yes, they did during
his funeral.
Coach's Scott Nelson's funeral. They opened up the town hall, the ballroom. for that as well, and I went to that.
That was a tough time because Joey was going to.
Available police if you want to have a wedding or any type of celebration. You can rent the ballroom.
Yeah, that's
People to know that.
that was a beautiful ballroom.
As
And a little Middleboro history in a way because we kind of it's when Joey was going to school. He graduated in 2017. Scott Nelson was the
football coach.
yeah, he retired in 2017, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes, okay. So he passed away that summer,
Yeah.
and then his team won the Super Bowl.
That December.
That's
Yeah.
December. I mean, and when I went and they played at a Foxborough, and what division was that? Whatever division.
It's going to be Division. I think that was Division 6.
Yeah.
At the time.
It was the first game. They played Littleton, but you saw so many people from Middleborough with their jackets on, like older, like people in their 50s to younger kids. So it was an emotional support, and I mean, I met him a few times because Joey had a lot to do with PS Playground. His whole childhood, he and that was a great.
That was a part of the summer program.
Yeah, that was a great thing that they had. Who's the other teacher there? He retired there.
A part of the summer program.
Yeah.
Mike Perry.
Mike Perry, he was the man. So I can't. Middleborough has been so good to our family. Been so good to Joey. I cannot say, and I've been saying this for 5 years on this radio show. Middleborough, we live in a great little town, don't we, Tom?
Well, Middleborough is an amazing town, and the people in it are amazing.
You know?
I just wish, like, by previous conversation, we could get some more involved in town politics, etc. But, every time there's a tragedy, people step up. And when I did the build-up for Robin Schulman's project, which is, I can't believe, almost 11 years ago now, people would say to me, I wanted to give back, but I didn't know where or how to do it. And now you presented this project. So people were good. It's just amazing. And what I learned in doing that project will stay with me for the rest of my life. And just amazing. Changed lives, friendships were formed. People that met, networked and got jobs, from working next to each other. And that family's doing wonderful today. But yeah, that's just part of Middleborough.
All right, it's 7:49 a.m. We're going to take our last commercial break right now. When we come back, we got a quick little sports segment I want to do, and then we're going to finish up the interview with Tom White this morning. Again, we still have a few minutes if you want to call in, 508-822-1106 if you want to call in, if you have a question. And we'll be right back here on Middleborough in Review on 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. Okay.
I'm not one person who's called member.
No, sometimes we don't get any phone calls. Sometimes we get a couple. It really depends on the morning. Yeah, it's Sunday morning, so it's a little tough.
Yeah, not many people call.
Not many people calling.
I think we have a lot of listeners, though.
But we do have a lot of listeners.
I know we have a lot of listeners.
I know we do.
We talk to so many people. And our advertisements, they're getting customers. People people are getting, the auto body shop there that we advertise.
Yeah, Spar Street Auto Body in Brockton.
They said they got a lot of people call. We had a woman from Joyful Scoops on. She bought that new ice cream shop up on 105. Have you been there yet? Up there, up on the left-hand side.
Every time I go by, it's not they're closed.
Yeah, they you know what? They are closed a lot. And I want to ask you one question, but I don't want to needle them, okay? But it's something that's concerning me, so I'm not going to mention the name, but I want to kind of ask your opinion. And if you don't think this is a good question, I want to ask it on the air. But in my opinion, I think that, I'm not one for pushing anything on people as far as a financial situation, but I think that's a dangerous. I think there's gonna be an accident there. I really do. It's just that's a tough spot. Do you think a detail cop is necessary there?
The train station?
No, over at 105
Oh,
over where the ice cream parlor is. That's just it's just I've had like 4 close calls already there. This place has been open. It's been on. I don't know if you could go that way that much. But what do you think about new businesses and having details? I mean, I know that's a costly thing on the business owner, and I'm very pro business. I have my own business, believe me. So I wasn't sure.
I definitely support all businesses in town. Maybe we need some signage there.
Yeah.
I mean, so I haven't been there when it's open, so I don't see. I know it's very possible.
Yeah. I live right up the street. I don't know. I don't want to. They're just starting out. They're really nice people. We've had her on.
I'd rather not single them out.
No, I'm not going to
No,
single them out. I'm just
no.
saying new businesses as far as traffic patterns or whatever. But like I said, we got T-boned there like 4 times. People pulling out. You know what I mean? A lot of people from Oak Point go there, and a lot of people pull out. They're just not. They just don't have it together pulling out. They're pulling out too slow. Trucks are going through there. It's I would never single anybody out on the radio. I like the lady, but it's just
Maybe signage leaving in the parking lot and maybe the town could
yeah.
do some. I don't know if that's our road or if that's a state road.
That's a state road.
Sure.
105.
So
Yeah.
not much we could do.
Right. At least
Might be a petition the state.
yeah. I don't know. I just I don't want. They're really nice people and they're just starting out, but I can see something. I mean, I drive for a living, so I can see something bad happening there. I really can.
All right, here we go.
Everyone's just too nonchalant.
We're just gonna.
I won't ask you that. Like I said, I don't like singling people out either. But.
We're starting back up here in just a moment.
Yep.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And we're back as I turn down the bumper music. There we go. And got a couple of more minutes left in the program.
Well, definitely give the guests some time.
Yes, so
quick sports.
we're going to do a quick little sports segment, like 2 seconds. But there's a couple of things.
2 seconds.
Well, as quick as I can do
I'll
it.
leave it there.
Because I
go
want to
ahead.
make sure we do this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Red Sox and Angels yesterday. Red Sox finally won something after losing, 5 straight games. They won 7-2 yesterday. They have a game today at 1:35 p.m. They'll take on the Angels again, and then they'll have a 4-game series with the Cleveland Guardians, and then I think that ends the homestand for now. Because I don't know if they... I'm not sure if they're traveling. I'll take a look at this, but I'm not sure if they're traveling to Pittsburgh on Friday the 19th. But if they are, it's a beautiful state. If it's a beautiful MLB stadium, the Pittsburgh Pirates Stadium. Don, can I get your thoughts on the Pittsburgh Pirates Stadium, Don?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful stadium. Me and Don and a friend of ours were there last summer to be at a game, and beautiful stadium there. The Celtics are finishing off the season against the terrible Washington Wizards, 15-66. I don't think any of the major players will be playing in this game today at 1 p.m., but regardless, the Celtics should probably win this game. The Bruins will finish the season tomorrow, actually Tuesday. They'll have the Capitals tomorrow night, and then on Tuesday they'll have the Senators. They defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins 6-4 yesterday. All right, so let's finish the interview with Tom White, Middleboro Select Board member. One more question on my end is, how can people get a hold of you?
So my email is ewirish @verizon.net. That's my phone number at 508-728-7103. It's plastered all over my shirts and my truck and my business, TW Electric. So I'm an easy guy to find. Also Facebook. We got my Facebook page, Thomas White, and my business page, TW Electric. I want to say that, on this first anniversary of mine, I hope that I've lived up to my pledge, trying to help others and do the right thing in the town. I'm always open to constructive criticism. And once again, I implore all people to become more active and be part of their town. And, politics isn't your thing. Just stay tuned. I mean, you can watch the select board meeting live, or you can catch it, on streaming and be up to date on what's going on. So, and give back, people.
Yeah.
Try to do something kind for others. Pay it forward.
Yeah, that's just like I said. I mean, thinking outside the box to get people to vote, just different ways. I mean, like when you go to, it's like an impulse buying sort of. I mean, you go to, and I'm a victim of it. I go and get gas, and I mean, I don't eat much candy, but I'm eyeing out the Kit Kats, man. So I'm gonna get one. I mean, it's just they're there, so it has to be a visual thing. It kind of has to be so. It has to be cool to go in a way. I'm not saying cool. I know it's your civic duty and whatnot, but you just want people to have, Joey and I were like,
Inspired.
Exactly. Joey and I made sure we were voted. We vote up at the, what do we vote, Joe? Over
the COA.
Yeah, COA. Yeah. So, but it's
I don't know if it's a change in our culture, unfortunately, because, I don't know how old you are, Don. I'm 67.
I'm 57, so you get 10 on me.
Politics was always talked about the kitchen table. These were things that you were raised, brought up with, proud and honored to have the ability to go vote and have a voice. So I don't know if I pray to God we're not losing that, because that's what America's all about.
Yeah, I mean, I go back to this thing all the time. Maybe a couple minutes here. I'll see. I'll take a minute here, and it's totally not related to as far as voting and getting the vote out and trying to convince people. But you gotta sell your product. You really do. People are more, you gotta convince them. People need to be convinced better, I think, now. You know what I'm saying? Because the attention span is so. It's you're on the phone. Life's busy. It's going to be like a different angle in how, and it's a hard thing to grasp. But I think once people, I don't know, like thinking outside the box, you got to do something totally different that no one's ever done before to get people to go. Because
Well, I can put on our thinking caps and see what we come up with.
Well,
the contest. See how we can get people to vote, right?
yeah, well, it's just that too, but it's like that with anything. And I go back, and it's a weird situation, how I kind of illustrate it. In New York City, okay, all right, Long Island Railroad, there's this, I call him Guy Smiley. You know who Guy Smiley is from Sesame Street, Mr. Guy Smiley? You ever heard of him? Okay, I call the guy Guy. I don't know his name. Call him Guy Smiley. The guy is spokesman for the MTA. And the guy's convincing. It's cool. I love watching him. I don't know. Maybe it's me. But 1 minute, Joey says. But I think this guy could sell me an ice cream cone if I lived in Alaska. I mean, it's just marketing. It's just, I don't know. I know he's getting paid, and it's a big agency, but I never seen anything like that in the country. Even up here at BTA, nowhere. I call the guy Guy Smiley. I think everyone needs a Guy Smiley. I do. That's just my opinion.
You've inspired me to create a contest to ideas from people getting out to vote. But we only got seconds left, guys. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak and be heard. And once again, I hope I'm living up to my campaign promises. I try to do my best every day. And if anybody, if there's anything I can do for anybody, I'm always willing to listen.
And thank you for calling in, Tom.
Keep in mind, Thomas, too, that Joey does have a show at 11 a.m. on Thursdays called Middleboro Matters. So, I mean,
I think I've had you on before.
Yeah, he's always looking for guests. He's always chomping on the bit for guests.
Yeah,
so if you want to call, just call
we'll be in touch.
See what's going on. Just give us a call anytime. We'll always like to talk to you.
I've enjoyed it very much, guys. It's a pleasure to talk with.
All right. Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Yep. Bye-bye. All right, that was Thomas White.
That was a great interview.
Yeah, it
Awesome.
was,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Had fun.
Select board member in Middleboro.
Yeah, see the government, working for us.
And we gotta go. It's 8:02.
Gotta go. Daddy
8:02
gotta go.
a.m.
Daddy gotta
8:02 a.m. So we gotta go.
Daddy gotta go.
We'll be back next week with another edition of Middleboro in Review. I don't think we have a guest at this point.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try to get somebody.
Yeah.
If not, it'll just be us.
We had Danny Harmon from Distant Signal, but he can't call in, so he's got to try to reschedule for June.
Okay, we'll be back next week, and have a great rest of your Sunday, everybody. Bye.
All right.
Bye, everybody.